Hey everybody, it is me, Nicole Rivera from the Stop Writing Alone podcast, and here on the MV Rivera YouTube channel, sharing writing prompts and exercises for you the whole year through so that we can write 52 stories in 52 weeks. So it is April today. Happy April Fool's Day if you celebrate. I had a complete fail with my son this morning. Scared the bejesus out of him. He doesn't really understand April Fool's Day yet. We're working on it. So if you celebrate, be careful. Make sure everyone's in on the joke. If not, there are so many other things for us to celebrate in April, particularly as writers. It's the beginning of Camp NaNoWriMo for our novel writers, or really any writers looking for accountability and a challenge. You can head over to the NaNoWriMo website and select your own challenge for the month. Really customize it to what you need, and you'll be set up with a camp of fellow writers to work with, and all of the different accountability tools there to follow you along through the month. But if you're a poet or you want to dabble in poetry, this is a great month to head on over to napowrimo.net, where every single day of the month they're going to have a blog post about poetry, inspiring you with a prompt, and just a little bit behind the scenes about poetry, because this is National Poetry Month. And another thing that you can do if you are a blogger, there is the Blogging from A to Z challenge that happens every single April, inspiring bloggers to write posts almost every single day of the month. Basically do it Monday through Saturday, and every single day is inspired by another letter of the alphabet, hence the A to Z challenge. That's one that I used to do annually when I had a blog that I was keeping up, and it is one that I think of every single year when April begins. So every single year, at least one time in April, I share a prompt that has to do with the alphabet, and that is happening today. I want you to grab an A to Z book, and if you don't have one, I will share one. Like so, this is my son's Alpha Block book. We're not going to use this one because I've written stories to this book too many times. So 2022 is taking a year off of the Alpha Block book. But if you haven't done this one yet, it's a really great book where every single letter has a word. A is for apple. B is for balloons, and you continue, and you are going to use your alphabet book, not your Alpha Block book, alphabet book, for 26 words that you need to include in a story. So I'm going to grab another alphabet book off our shelves. This is from Sandra Boynton. A is for angry, and this is going to give us a couple of different options for each letter, and I am going to go through this book with you so that you have all of your words. So A is for Angry is a great book that has a bunch of adjectives in it, which is different than most of our alphabet books that only have nouns. But since Sandra uses animals, there are some animals in there as well. I will leave it up to you if you want to use the animal or adjective for each word in your story. And the extra challenge that I have held to in previous years, but I don't think I will this year, is that I've written stories using the words in order, in alphabetical order. All I'm going to say this year is write an A to Z story using all the words from A to Z in whatever order they fall into your story, because it's we could perhaps be more creative. So our A words. A is for angry. This is a great book, by the way. If you don't, we are going to have one problem, I think. Okay. A is for anteater, but A is for angry, as the title of the book tells us. So those are your choices for A. B is for bashful. What kind of bashful do we have? We have a bashful bear or bunny. C is for clean and cat. Oh, that light did not give that to you nicely. And D is for the dirty dog. Always throwing shade at the dogs. Love my dogs. E is for energetic or elephant, or both if you want to use both. F is for frightened, and you have a fox and flying fish. G is for grumpy, and your animal is a gorilla, if you want to use the gorilla. H is for hungry, hippopotamus. I is for ill, and an iguana, Shouldn't be eating that eye, Mr. Iguana. J is for jazzy and a jaguar. K is for kind and koalas. I won't read this the way I read this to my son. L is for loud. Imagine me screaming that. And you have lion or lambs. M is for merry and mice. Merry mice. N is for nosy. Newts. Not minding their own business over here. O is for outraged opossum. P is for playful pig. Q is for quick and quail. R is for rotund rhinoceros. S is for sleepy snake. T is for tangled turkey and the turkey trap. Which happens to be a telephone. If you want to use telephone, that can go in there too. U is for upside down unao. V is for vain vulture. W is for wide walrus. Gotta get him in. He's wide. X isn't for anything. I didn't think of that beforehand. I knew that was coming. We'll come back to it. Y is for young yak. Z is going to give you many options. Z is for zany zebra. And Z is for zoo. All of the animals there in the alphabet. And also Z is for the Z's of sleeping. So you actually only have 25 letters to worry about because X isn't for anything. So if you want to be like totally legit, I would say use the letter X instead of a word for X. See if you can do that. That's probably what I'm going to try to do. But for each letter, I would say pick one of the usually 2 to 3 words that we had for each letter, and see if you can make a story out of it. And I'm wondering if this freedom that I'm giving you, that it doesn't have to be in order, that you have multiple words, is actually going to make it more challenging. In the past, when I've done the Alpha Block book, I've gone straight through A to Z. First sentence needed the word apple in it. The second sentence needed balloons. The third sentence needed cookies. And I just went straight through all 26. So I had a 26-word story. I'm just going to say write a story. Don't care about how many sentences it is. Did I say a 26-word story or 26-sentence story? I don't even know what I said. Okay. But those are your words that I'm giving you. That is a challenge. Write a story with those words in them, one of each. And if you use multiple, of course, go nuts. And that is all. And good luck to all of us, because I'm a little worried now. I feel like I should have put more. I might give myself more rules. If you want to give yourself more rules, go ahead and give yourself more rules. But right now, freedom reigns. Have fun. Happy April. Enjoy your writing. And if you're looking to read a story, you can head on over to storyhoarder.substack.com. I just put up my story for the week, which is Star Rain, which is an older story of mine, but it always gives me the warm and fuzzies every time I read it. And I think that's it for now. Yeah. Oh, no. One more thing. I mentioned it in this week's podcast episode. If you've been listening to the Stop Writing Alone podcast and you already know this Thursday's episode was all about the 24-hour story challenge that's put on by Writers Weekly. It's happening next week. It's April 9th, whenever April 9th is. That's more than a week away. So on April 9th, the contest, it's $5 to enter. A bunch of us in the Stop Writing Alone community are going to go for it. So I just wanted to tell everybody about it in case anybody else wanted to do it. Let me know. Maybe we'll have like a meeting space where we can all talk about what we're doing with this story. It's $5, like I said, to enter on April 9th at 12 noon Central Time, I believe. They will be releasing a prompt and the word count. So we don't know either right now. And then you have 24 hours to submit the story. And there are prizes and stuff, but I just love the challenge of it. And for everybody that's tuning into this YouTube channel, I know you've been trying to write your stories every single week. That could be a great opportunity to write an extra story, but actually submit it, maybe get some feedback on it, and also to write in community. So I'll put the link in the show description for you if you're interested in joining that, or you can listen to the previous YouTube video here. That would be episode 157 of the Stop Writing Alone podcast. That also has the link in the show description for you. But that's really it. I'm going to let you go now. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy writing, and I will see you next week.
It's time to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss another video, and stop writing alone by joining the Mighty Network's Stop Writing Alone network to find your writing peeps today. Also, let's not forget where this all started in the Stop Writing Alone podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts, including this YouTube channel. One more reason to subscribe now.